According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the United States will have a shortage of 1 million science, technology, engineering, and math professionals by 2025. A series of journal articles published in Nature show that diversity is integral to scientific productivity and innovation. If we want the U.S. to maintain a competitive advantage in science and technology, we must get more women of color into STEM fields. However, in 2013, only 3% of all U.S. STEM bachelor's degrees went to Black women, and I was one of them. Unfortunately, this number has stayed about the same since I graduated. These statistics are much smaller for Native American women and slightly higher for Latinas and Asian women. While there have been several efforts to get more women of color interested in STEM fields from a young age, many are still slipping through the cracks. Along with the isolating feeling of being the only person who looks like you, the abstractness of STEM classes and lack of awareness of the career opportunities drives many to switch their major. But for those of us who do graduate, studies show that 1 in 4 women leave the engineering profession within their first 5 years due to isolation and lack of support from employers. In our current system, women of color in STEM are set up to fail. A solution is needed to provide the adequate support that women of color need to succeed in STEM. In 2015, we partnered with a rural community in Belize to develop sustainable energy strategies where we noticed we were immersed in a supportive environment. To better understand this phenomenon, we conducted surveys and focus groups. We found that Black women are perceived as empathetic, competent, and play a role in the social acceptance of technology. We found a unique niche that Black women can fill, and we believe this experience is translational to other women of color in STEM. This led us to create BioGals. BioGals is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the success of women of color in STEM by empowering them to create sustainable solutions through study abroad experiences. Our study abroad experiences led by women of color STEM professionals allow women of color to work on community and engineering projects in a supportive and inclusive environment and exposes them to the many career opportunities that engineering can bring, while also exposing communities to the valuable skills that women of color possess. The key component to our solution is empathy. By understanding women of color, we are able to empower them, alleviate systemic factors that restrict their advancement, and create a diverse workforce that practices inclusivity. BioGals primarily focuses on providing support for women of color entering college all the way through the early career stage. There are several organizations that focus on helping underrepresented students excel in STEM, but few focus specifically on women of color. However, these organizations do not address the isolation and sense of belonging issues that women of color face, which can make a big difference in whether they succeed in STEM. Our unique study abroad experiences address these issues while also promoting academic and professional success. Our business model is to provide engineering services for communities in need in exchange for funding through partnerships with communities and organizations abroad and philanthropy organizations. Our goal is that no student will have to pay out of pocket for their study abroad experience. This funding will be used to purchase study abroad equipment and housing needs, as well as stipends for mentors, scholarships for students, and funding for future BioGals employees. We received nearly $23,000 in grants funding through the National Science Foundation for our previous trips to Belize, and we have raised nearly $3,000 through our GoFundMe campaign. Our current study abroad experience has brought 6 U.S. undergraduate and graduate students to Belize to design and build a biodigester that converts food waste into a sustainable cooking fuel. 7 Belizean girls were also mentored through the project. Most recently, we have been contacted by a jewelry manufacturer in Uganda to build a biodigester for their facility. We are working with students at Arizona State University and the University of Kentucky in hopes of gaining more BioGals at universities across the U.S. After beginning their STEM careers, they will become mentors to the next generation of BioGals, increasing the STEM pipeline for years to come. Our diverse team of accomplished STEM academics and professionals are a direct product of BioGals. We represent various fields, which allows us to add multiple perspectives and innovative solutions to the world's most pressing challenges. We need your support to continue developing our proof of concept by sending more students to Belize and conducting pre- and post surveys on how their experience affects their likelihood of pursuing a STEM career. It will cost about $16,000 to send 2 mentors and 5 students to Belize for 2 weeks, and $48,000 to make 3 of these trips. I urge you to support the mission of BioGals and the success of women of color in STEM, not only because it is the right thing to do, but because it is necessary for the future of the U.S. STEM workforce and competitiveness. Thank you.